So part C now, hence show that. So we really needed these two things to hence show that. So let's have a little look here. It does have n's and z to the power of n, so I'd probably be looking at A first and seeing if I can find partners like A has. And so if we take the first and the last, for example, so that's our left-hand side, isn't it? So if I take the z to the 2n and put the z to the minus 2n kind of together, and then I'll go to the second term, so z to the 2n minus 2, and I'll put that with the second last term of that bracket, which is minus the power of 2n minus 2, etc. What will we get? Well, it's all these evens, isn't it? Like lots of n's, so we would get down to the smallest kind of even, which is the power of 2's, and then if we take away 2 from that, we just get z to the 0 all by itself. Okay, so we get all that. It's times by sine theta. So now let's use A. So if I use A for that, my n here in the first bracket is 2n, so this becomes 2 cos 2n theta. And then the next one would become 2 cos 2n minus 2 thetas. And the last one will become 2 cos 2 thetas, because my n there is just 2. So this is all from using A. And then I'll get a 1, because anything to the 0 is 1, sine theta. And as I forget usually to do, so let's say from A, we're using A to do that. Now, what I'm looking for has sine here, so let's maybe have a look at this, because this has some coses in it and it becomes some sines, and it's cos sine, but don't forget we've got this sine here. So if I times every term by that sine, that might help me. Let's have a look. So 2 cos 2n minus 2 theta sine theta, going all along to 2 cos 2 theta sine theta, and then the last one would be sine theta. Alright, so using now I've got that cos sine, which is part B, cos sine, with the 2 in front. The A is 2n theta and the B is theta. So you can see that becomes sine. So that first one, I've got 2n theta plus theta, so 2n plus 1 theta. How am I going to write that? 2n plus 1 thetas. And then don't forget this part, which is minus sine A minus B this time. So 2n theta minus theta is 2n minus 1 theta. I hope I've got that right. Alright, so that is all of that. Alright, so now we're saying this one. So let's have a look at what that one would be. So again, now we've got sine of, we're going to add first. So adding 1, I'll get 2n. 2n minus 2 plus 1 is 2n minus 1. And then I'm subtracting 2n minus 2 minus 1 is 2n minus 3. Alright, so let's go dot dot dot. So if I go to this one here, I'm going to add first, so I'll get 3 theta. And then I'm going to minus, so I'll get 2 theta minus theta is theta. But I've also got plus at the end sine theta. So I probably should have put a few more terms in, but you can kind of see what the pattern will be. So those two inner terms, so the not the first one, but then the second and third will cancel. And what will happen is the next two will actually, so this one and the next one that I haven't got there will cancel. And then this one right in front and this that always happens will cancel. So they keep cancelling, and then of course these last two cancel. So everything's cancelling except for that first term being sine 2n plus 1 theta, which is what we wanted. So that is the right hand side, which is what we wanted.